Hey everybody, Rosmeta here, and welcome to part 5 of my Danganronpa Another Despair Academy Let's Play. In the last episode, we started chapter 2, and immediately there is some division amongst the group, with Tsurugi claiming that he will only protect people who will follow his rules. And if they don't want to be part of the group, then he will not bother to protect them. So who did we have leave the group? We had the cheerleader, we had the priest Kinji, and Ray, the professor, so they left. But there was some hesitation on Kazuna's part, and we learned that she feels kind of like excluded from the group. She's upset. She doesn't want to be by herself. There was a lot of attention and time put into her issues. So I said I have a bad feeling she's going to be the next one to go. And I imagine, speaking of the next death, I imagine that's going to be happening soon, because with the second floor opened up, we did some exploring and stuff like that, so it's only a matter of time. So that's going to be happening this episode. Now, am I going to be right about Kazuna? Is it going to be somebody from Tsurugi's group, which means that somebody's not following his rules and got killed off? Or maybe it will be Kinji, or maybe it will be the professor, because the professor has definitely been getting on people's nerves. So I feel like it's just a matter of time before she gets picked off at some point. So only one way to find out. Let's go ahead, let's continue the story and see what happens next. Yep. Oh, okay, we're in free time right now. I think I'm gonna get myself some more presents. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, oh, weird. I think Teruya in the last episode, he was speaking English, but now he's not anymore, so okay. Let's go ahead and get ourselves some gifts. Yeah, let's hang out. Let's hang out with Haru. I just realized I hope I have something that he will like. Um... Oh no. Um... Oh no. I should have thought about that. Also, the descriptions are not really doing a good job at letting me know, or at least some of these things. Like, a wonderful finger decoration, gamble of ornament. A lot of stuff that Makako would like. Cursed doll, a headstone. A lot of stuff. Talisman. But, shoots. Maybe I'll give him bachelor memory? Because, I don't know, he seems like, other than Mitch, he was someone who seemed to be all about the girls. And the worst part is, I don't even know if this is gonna work out, because I can't read what it says. So, I don't know. I should have checked first to see what I had. Oh, he seems happy with it. Okay. I feel like I should have hung out with Kazuna, both because seems lonely, and also because I have a feeling that something bad's gonna happen to her, so it almost feels like a waste to her free time, because if she ends up dying, right, I'll just be able to get her ability anyway in the that machine in the antique room, but also I kind of want to get to know her character a little bit better. I'm going to try and hang out with everybody at least once. And I talked about in the last episode how, like, I should hang out with Ray, even though she would absolutely hate it, and she would just make fun of me the whole time. Alright, so it looks like we don't get another free time event right now. I'm tired. It's hard to do investigations without any gain at all, but it seems to be getting more and more rewarding. I have more friends to be with. Today, Tamori broke her stubbornness and finally showed her true feelings. Tamori, who became a friend in her true self. She was rude and slanderous as usual, but it felt like joke intent and not a malicious one. Something seems to brighten up the mood with Tamori. Is it because she's a cheerleader? Also, Kobushikawa was going to die suddenly because he said too much about her. Somehow it feels like the death of Higa and Maki was a long time ago. At the time, despair came suddenly without notice. I was really unable to keep my sanity. Unexpectedly, hope seems to come suddenly too. Our bonds with everyone. Tamori's joining. I didn't find anything remarkable during the investigation, but it seems we could move forward with more and more hope. Oh, I should sleep soon. Monokuma will be doing a night broadcast soon. Indeed, hope or despair, they both come suddenly. So sudden that it feels wrong. It's always like that. Yeah, it feels like the death is probably going to be like the next day. Hello, it's 10 p.m. Soon it will be nighttime, so the dining hall will be closed. It's what I'd want to say as usual. Oh! Oh! Okay, or it's happening right now. A body has been found. After some time has passed, the class trial will begin. Okay, I thought it was going to happen the next morning. I was like, ooh, maybe it'll be a situation where, like... But the announcement hasn't happened yet. So it's not a situation where, like, somebody died after the curfew that Tsurugi put on. What? Wait a moment. What did Monokuma say? It's a joke, right? A body? A body was found? Monokuma surely's joking. A joke? What am I saying? I know perfectly well what this means. No way. It can't be. Something's wrong. I can't believe that. Yeah, this definitely feels different than usual. Before I go find the body. I don't think I got the coin here. Or maybe I did. Never mind. It's like Yuki's in denial. He's just like, no, I'm not gonna go investigate. Guys. Maeda. What was that just now? Body? Did you say, like, a dead body? I didn't hear that wrong. Wait, guys, is this everyone? Makaru and Uhara aside. What about Kinjo, Taira, Hatono, Iranami, and Kurakawa? Did they went to sleep already? That's not likely. Nighttime just begun, and anyone would have heard the broadcast while sleeping, right? I'm here. Okay. You, why were you so late? I was so worried. That was because I was alone in the corner of the room. By the way, what's the fuss about? A body was found. Monokuma. What? She didn't hear that at all? Satsuki, are you just being a space case, or what to do? What should we do? So now the fact that these people are not here right now. So let's see who's here. And then we can narrow down who could be dead and who could potentially be the culprit. Now there's no Kinjo to control everyone. There's no Kurakawa who has the power to speak in unexpected situations. For now, I have no choice but to check the situation by ourselves. Maybe somebody took out Tsurugi. That would be wild. If, like, somebody saw him overstepping his bound. What if Akane killed Tsurugi at some point? Because, like, those two really seem to butt heads. Guys, let's ignore Monokuma and let's find the missing people. Let's make sure what happens first, okay? Let's do that. Please, nothing's happening. Monokuma must be messing around. I want to believe that too, but this anxiety? It's the same as when Maki died. We should find the others. That's the priority. In the bathroom? I'm guessing the majority of the people will probably be on the second floor. Because depending on when the person died, if it was somebody who was in their room, they'd have to hurry down and make it before anybody saw them. There's no one in the student dormitory. Damn it, where is everybody? Because that's how it goes in this game. A new level opens up, or a new floor opens up, that's where the murder is going to take place. I don't think anybody happened on the first floor. Is it on the second floor? You know it. Whoa. I heard a scream upstairs. Damn it. That caught me off guard. Not gonna lie, it made me jump a little bit. Okay, Makako's here, so she's fine. Kurikawa, are you okay? That's right, Makako was like, I have a bad feeling that something's gonna happen. Kurikawa, what happened just now? Power room. Inside the power room. Go. I freaking knew it. I knew something was gonna happen in that room. Power room. What happened in the power room? There's a lot of attention put on the power room last time. The training room and library are cleared, but I think I heard a scream in the power room. Alright, Saruki's here. Kinjo. Kinjo, what the hell's going on? A corpse? Huh? It's my mistake. I'm sorry. What are you saying, huh? I don't understand. Control room. Go to the control room. Damn. I gotta calm down. Alright, who's it gonna be? Okay, we have some... Oh. Something's broken over there. Okay, Akane's here. Rei's here. Guys, I'm pretty sure. I think it's Tamori. Hatano. Why? Why again? Why now? Why? Taira, you're safe? Maeda-kun, what should I do? What should I do? Wah! Taira's in no state to talk right now. And Kinjo, oh yeah, it's definitely the cheerleader, Uhara. It's heartbreaking. It's happened again. Makaru, incompetent. It's you? Tell me, how? What happened here? It's right in front of you. Make sure to check with your own eyes. The control room. The room's lighting is broken. Nothing can be seen. But this is certainly the source of the commotion. Nothing. I can't see anything. But the smell. The unpleasant smell of blood. Reality was increasingly developing into the worst situation imaginable. Hey, incompetent, use this. It's a flashlight from the warehouse. I was handed a flashlight with a trembling hand without looking back at Makaru, and shining a light inside the switchium, hoping that my imagination was wrong. However, it is said a sinister premonition fits better than good premonitions. I already knew, since the time the BDA was revealed. And there was only one person we haven't met after coming this far. It was only here that I can meet them. Is it already? No, but she wasn't in this world anymore. Alright, we know who it is. Yep. Now, how did they die? Oh! Whoa! Whoa, that is violence! Whoa. Okay, this is so much more violence than with the first one, because Kyoka just got like one hit in the back of the head, so it was somebody like not wanting to, it was like a surprise attack. There was no scuffle. Somebody stabbed her, so that was like a very personal thing, right in the throat, so that person was all right up in her face. And I'm guessing there was a struggle, because that's a lot of blood, so she probably fought back. So this seems like this is so much more violent. This seems like this was an emotional... Either all that blood is because Kazuna fought back, or somebody was just really, really not happy with her. Wow. I wasn't expecting that. Damn. Blood, blood, blood. The color of the room, which met a light for the first time, was painted with pure blood. The source where all of this comes from. Her. The body of Tamori Kazuna, the ultimate cheerleader. How much time has passed? Without even realizing my throat was screaming suddenly, I woke up and saw everyone gathered in the power room. Ah, Tamori. My god, Tamori really died. Oh, this is a dream. This is a dream. This isn't a dream. It's reality. One of us killed Tamori Kazuna. Wait a minute. Someone killed... What are you talking about? I don't think she did that to herself. Akane. What are you talking about? You already know what you've been through. When Maki Kyoka died. Someone here killed in order to escape from here. It can't be. I'm sorry, everyone. I promised not to have any more victims. I couldn't protect them. I wonder if Tsurugi would have been this upset if Tamori hadn't kind of snuck into the group at the last minute. That's right, Kinjo-kun. You said you'd protect everyone if we obeyed your orders, right? Why did this happen? I'm sorry. You're sorry? That's all? Kazuna-chan is really dead. She won't come back anymore. Calm down. It's not the time for us to fight each other. Wait, if Tamori was really killed, then it started. What's it? The class trial, she means. Isn't that right, Monokuma? Yes, since Miss Tamori was murdered, as I said in the announcement earlier, we'll hold a class trial after a certain amount of time. So who's the first to find the body, right? Because, like, that always happens. Like, it's not when the person dies that Monokuma makes the announcement. It's when someone finds the body. Monokuma, you bastard. I'm guessing the fact maybe that Rei, she's normally pretty chill. So I'm wondering if she's the one who found the body. That's the like, why would somebody be in the power room in the first place, right? Let alone two people. Well, I know I left the murder to personal freedom, but would you like to refrain from killing at night like this? It's not very fun. Shut up. There could be no killer among us. No, there is a culprit in our group. Mr. Uhara? And especially with how bloody that was, somebody, like, whoever the murderer is definitely got blood on them, so they probably had time to change. Don't run away from reality. We must do this. Haven't we experienced it once? We'll all die if we don't find the culprit. Yeah, that's right. It's shocking. It's so shocking, I don't even have the strength to stand. If we don't find them, we die. Hoo-hoo-hoo. Uehara-kun has neatly organized what I wanted to say. So, you showed up, you're gonna give it to us, right? That's right. The Monokuma File 2 I came to deliver. 2? It's 2 because it's the second time. I'll put it next to Tamori's body. Now then, the night's pretty late, so let's finish it quick. I'll see you later, everybody. This Monokuma thing? Treating people as fools? Everyone, I know you're confused and sad in many ways right now, but we should do some investigation for now. Do you want to investigate in this situation? I want to say I don't want to, but we have no choice, do we? I don't want to die yet. If you want to live, all we can do is investigate. Yeah, let's put each other's thoughts aside until we figure out the culprit. Solving this case is the first thing to do right now. I feel so bad for Tamori. She just opened her heart to us, wanting to be friends. What? That woman opened her heart to you people? Makaru wasn't with us, so you didn't know. Kazuna-chan, she was feeling lonely inside. She was being stubborn. After we persuaded her to notice that, we tried to open our hearts and become friends. How could it be like this? I don't know why. Tamori Kazuna opened up to you guys? Makaru, if you're feeling lonely, you can join us as much as you want. Well, not right now, though. You better wake up. The day I hang out with you won't come ever, even if the universe is destroyed. It's a waste of time. Let's just start investigating. It's not the destruction of the Earth, but the destruction of the universe? We don't have time for this. Let's start investigating quickly. I'll apologize for not protecting Tamori as many times as I can after the class trial is over. Yeah, so this is where people are probably gonna, like, their faith in Tsurugi is shaken a bit, and I imagine he's gonna start losing control of the group, and he's gonna lose his authority. Kinjo, a moment, please. What? Me and Makaru decided not to cooperate with you. However, can I accompany you during the investigation for the class trial? I was going to ask about it. Since there has been a murder, it will be easier to find out the truth of the case, even if a small number of people cooperate to investigate it. Hey, shouldn't we begin already? Too much time has passed. We had no choice but to do it. Yeah, we have to do it. Yeah, it's painful, but it's all the same. The reality that has already happened doesn't change. And if we don't do anything for this, we'll all follow Tamori's fate. Even a little, we have to get to the truth. I have to. I have to do it. The culprit who murdered Tamori, who barely opened up to us. The culprit. We need to find them. Once the others brought a lamp, I started to see a little more into the room. But what in the world happened here? Are these signs of a fire? Why was there a fire here? I don't really know myself. I'll have to gather information about it while talking with the others. Let's start with what I can do. Like last time, we should check the Monokuma file first, right? The victim is Tamori Kazuna. The estimated time of death is about 9:30 p.m. Found in the switchium located in the power room on the second floor of the school. There's a long torn wound on her stomach and massive bleeding. Oh, I didn't even notice the... So there's a wound in her stomach and the throat. Holy cow. It's a cut through the esophagus caused by a knife. Is this it? This is too little information. However, at 9:30, it was just 30 minutes away before nighttime announcement. At that time, it's impossible to go back to the private room and enter after killing and cleaning up. Then the people who were in the dormitory during the BDA, including me, have an alibi. Okay, but if we think about it, something's weird. Makaru and Uharu are fine, but why weren't the others in the dorms at that time? We decided not to leave our rooms at night. So we stayed near the dorms even after 9 in the past few days. So some people in our group... so who was there? There was Satsuki. Who's the other one? Was Haru? No, Haru was there, I think, from the beginning. The place where Tamori died is the school area, which it's also deep within the switchium. Within... I don't understand what the word switchium is. Within the switchium on the second floor's power room. I'll have to talk to the others who weren't in the dorms during the BDA. Alright, burn marks. Okay. What is this? Something's broken. Is that a broken flashlight? Actually, there are 2 broken flashlights here. These must have been Tamori's and the culprits. Even with a flashlight, you need to turn on the dark switch. That could have been Tamori, right? And how did the culprit manage to navigate without being noticed? But why are these broken? Was there a reason to break them, or... this is no joke. All was burned? Yeah, it still smells like something burning. But this is an important place, so if you break it, it's a big deal, right? It's such a mess. Let's worry about that later and do our investigation first. Yeah, you're right. Maybe the person thought that maybe by burning down, the control room, maybe it was gonna, unlock the front door of the school, and they'd be able to get out. Alright, this is what I've been concerned about from before. There's a long line of something running along the wall of the control room. Oh, it's a fuse, right? It's actually broken in the middle, cut with a knife. No, rather, it's a burnt mark. The fire in the control room, and this fuse. There could be a relation, right? Then someone triggers the fire inside the switchium through the fuse? Was this the cause? Who? For what reason? Perhaps the killer did it, but I have no idea why. This is what stands the most at the scene of the incident. Well, other than the dead body, the glass window is broken. I didn't know because it was dark, but through the window you can see the power room. The glass window in the power room was this one then, the window for the control room. But this window was broken for some reason. That's right on, because I saw outside in the power room, it looked like probably, I'm guessing, broken glass from the other side. Did the culprit kill Tamori and break out through the window? There's a possibility. Break this window and come out for the side where the equipment is, then go straight through to the door, where it leads to the exit, the door of the second floor corridor. But I don't know if I were to go straight out the hallway. Anyways, if I were going to leave the power room through the entrances of the control room, what's the reason for breaking the glass, if not for being used as an escape? If you think about it, it's not possible. Going to the control room to the entrance, using the window as an escape route, because if someone heard the noise from the power room, it would have been a matter of time before being discovered. Besides, breaking the window must have made extra noise. This might be a little bit of a problem for me during, the class trial and stuff, is, sometimes it's a little hard to understand with the translation. Hopefully I can get a general gist of things. I wouldn't have broken glass for no reason. For now, let's leave it as a reference for later. I got the general gist of it, but it's still a little hard to read sometimes. Oh, and so there's some blood down here, which maybe means that maybe she got stabbed right at the entrance, and then, fought over here, ran this way. Maybe she smashed into the glass, except there's no blood. There's some blood over here, though. Huh? This is a piece of cloth that I see for the first time, but that's not the important issue. It's bloody. I don't know where this came from, but it's bloody, so it must be related to the crime, right? It's a little burned, but it's enough to cover a human body. Maybe the killer stabbed Tamori, and she was bleeding, so they used the cloth to prevent it. Tamori suffered a lot of blood loss, so they had to contain it at the time of the murder. Of course, the cause of that was the neck wound. With a throat cut, they had to act fast, as it would drip on the floor with every second. Preventing the blood from splashing, it's quite premeditated from the killer. Suddenly, when I turned over the piece of cloth, I was able to discover a few things under it. Oh, lighter. It's a lighter, right? A cheap compact lighter that's used to light a small fire. It doesn't necessarily have the firepower to create a huge one. However, the fact that this lighter was here means this must have caused the beginning of it, so it's natural to say there should be some traces of being used in the room. Besides, it's not just that. The lighter was covered under the cloth together with another object. There's a crumpled paper here. Let's see. Is this thing again? I couldn't read the contents properly because it was almost burned, but it was difficult to recognize any words at all. But I knew where this paper came from. The secret note. Monokuma told us about this motive and shared it to everyone. There's also... This? What is this? Yuki Maeda? Might be... Oh, it was his? Huh. So someone had his. This is my secret note. Huh? Why is this at the scene of the crime? The contents are almost burned out, so I don't know what my secret written in here is. Fine, but if it's a shameful secret to me, then there are so many things. No way. Again, this motive caused another murder? Let's think over this for a moment. Did Tamori pick up my note? No, wait. What? With what rights did you even base it on? I'll look anyways. What? This is really useless information. Who would want to know this? So she had his. It's a joke after all. What a motive for sure. Shut up. If you're old enough, you shouldn't be sleeping with your dad. You're a mess. Oh wait, she had his. Oh, okay, but how in blazes did they find out? The secret Tamori picked was a Tori's, so there's one possibility left. The culprit picked my secret. It's possible they created the fire in order to destroy the evidence and burn everything. But the weird thing is, was my secret going to kill someone that much? It can't be. Even though there were embarrassing secrets. There was no secret that can motivate a murder to happen. I'll take it. Maybe I'll find something out later. Interesting. Maeda. Inori, are you doing an autopsy? Yeah, Kinjo took over, so I'm going to work hard. He took over? What do you mean? Well, he said he had something to check and went somewhere else. When I was doing Maki's, we made the autopsy together. What did you check? Also, how about we confirm things together? What to say? It's a terrible amount of blood loss. Humans have excessive amount of bleeding when about 1/3 of the blood volume flows out. This is not around 1/3, as you can see. It's amazing that even this amount of blood came out. Neck wounds are definitely fatal, but it would have self-coagulated to some extent after the heart stops. The amount of bleeding should have gradually decreased. That means, are you saying something caused the mass bleeding? No, I can't confirm this with just my opinion, but if your blood pressure is high, then there'd be a lot of bleeding. That much I know. In simpler terms, there are individual differences. Well, there's a lot of bleeding in this case, meaning it must have taken a while before death. Thanks to that, Tamori felt a terrible pain before drawing their last breath. Very different from the first one. With the first one, it was quick. It was one hit. Kyoka probably didn't even know what happened and she was dead. With this, there was suffering. It was messy. Who could have planned such a horrible murder? That's why I'm saying, like, it feels like this one's more personal. So there is a killer amongst us in this case, too. Like that time with Higa. Are we going to doubt each other again and accuse people? I think this has to be done. I know it's painful. I won't force you if you don't want to, but if we don't, that means we'll have no choice but to give up our lives. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry for the negativity. I'll work hard for their sake. As for my results of the autopsy, what I found about the abnormal amount of blood loss... Oh, and the time of death does match with the Monokuma file. It's good enough information to help. Thank you, Inori. It's okay. You're welcome, Maeda. I'll check tomorrow in more detail in case I missed anything. Inori is having it difficult too, but she's steadily fighting the desperate situation on our hands. Let's do our best. I need to find out the truth. This is a blood stain, but what is this? This seems odd, right? Tamori's body is clearly deep in the control room. The blood leads from the entrance to the power room. It's strange. There's no blood outside. Did the culprit kill Tamori and ran away in a hurry? No, wait a minute. The fact that blood is close to the entrance means the struggle started at the entrance. So why are the windows broken? Breaking those wasn't part of it. Besides, there's this blood near the entrance of the control room, but no blood anywhere outside in the power room. Did they wipe the blood spots from the power room? What in the world happened? Alright, because the switch EM has no light, we brought a lamp. We have to rely on this dim light in order to investigate. Okay, so what else have I not investigated? Well, I guess I haven't checked the body myself. Tamori, clearly she prefers others, and tried to hit on the guys, but she too in her heart wanted to change, and we were getting to know her too. She didn't deserve this. Not only that, although it was bitter, we were always cheerful with Tamori. The tension went up in a good sense, bringing energy to everybody. Dear Lord, she really didn't deserve this. So then why? Why did you end up this way? I have no time to grieve. There's a lot of things I need to investigate in order to find out the truth. It was the same time with Maki, but Tamori, I am sorry for intruding. Really sorry. Tamori's body looked terrible. The whole body's bloody. As shown in the Monokuma file, the stomach and neck had stab wounds. The wound on the neck is still bleeding a little, and thanks to that, there's a bloody smell all over the room. This knife stabbed in the neck must be the murder weapon at first glance. It seems this time the killer did not dispose of the weapon, or didn't feel the need to go back for it. But this knife, it's a kitchen knife. Does that conclude that the weapon could not have been anywhere but in the kitchen? I'll have to check the kitchen later. And there's one more question about Tamori's body. The wound on the stomach. The culprit ended her breathing by stabbing Tamori on the neck. The file also stated that the fatal wound was in that location as well. If so, what is the reason for the stomach wound? If we think of a possibility, they stabbed the stomach and then stabbed her right away in the neck, or she was stabbed in the neck in a second attack after she fell down here. This is a crafty killer. I really don't know in detail because I don't... Well, I mean, unless the person stabbed the neck, stabbed the stomach, and then stuck the knife back into the neck, I would assume, or had two separate weapons. I'd have to assume it was stomach first and then neck. I don't know in detail because I don't have the specialized knowledge. Inori might know something, and I should consult with Kinjo as well. If I were the culprit, uselessly increasing the wounds would leave more traces behind. There has to be a reason for the stomach wound. Anything more to be found on the body? If I take a look, the time Tamori died is around 9:30 p.m. So whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time is a prime suspect. I'll ask the others about it and find out. It's time to move. What machine is this? There's something here. I mean, a little... not really the time for this, but okay. A fuse wrapped around the wall of the control room. This seems to have caused the fire. Thanks to the walls, floors and equipment were all messed up. Huh? What's this? At first I thought it was just blood, but the blood appeared to indicate the handwriting of something on the floor. Ah, now we've got the return of somebody writing something in blood before they died. X4? No, it's written 3 X's and a bigger X mark. Maeda, is that a dying message? Dying message? Is that something that comes out of a mystery story? Well, it's not necessarily only in fiction. It's entirely possible for victims to leave a clue of their killer. Then this clue was left by Tamori when she died. Does this clue mean anything? Well, I can't confirm since I'm not a detective. It's possible the blood sprayed in that manner by accident. However, due to circumstances, it's more likely to be a message. We have to decipher it. So 3 X's and then a bigger X. Yeah, I wish I knew what it meant. The last message Tamori left to us. XXXX. What does this mean? Hey, Hatano, what are you doing? Oh, Maeda. Well, I'm checking here. Do you know what this is? What is that? Burnt charcoal? Isn't it weird? When everyone gathered in front of the power room, there wasn't anything like that in the corner, right? Right. I was here too, but I couldn't have noticed that. First, shouldn't we check what it is? Oh, shh! Did you just get knocked out? Was it like... What? Did it just like knock her the... What? Is it like poisonous? Or... Hatano, what are you doing? Did you stumble into something? What is going on here? Oh! Oh shit! It was like... What? What is going on here? Hatano, what? Why is blood? Hatano, who was walking to investigate, suddenly grabbed her leg and she started bleeding. Is there like a wire? Or something? Like a trap? The flesh near the back of Hatano's left thigh was sharply cut and it was dropping a lot of blood. Hatano! Yeah, it looks like it's like some sort of I don't know what the term is for it, but like a tripwire or something. I heard Ayami-chan scream. Oh, Ayami-chan. Hatano, what is it? What is that wound? Before that, let's call Inori first, quickly. Okay, I'll call her. Hatano, how are you feeling? Well, I did give, I believe I gave her a first aid kit as a gift, so she can use it now. Hatano, how are you feeling? Everyone, don't come near. Huh? A wire. There's a hidden wire. Wire? Looking closely at the place where Hatano fell, the bottom part I was able to see a sharp wire that was hard to see. At least I noticed it, because of Hatano's blood. It's too thin to see with the naked eye. What is this? That burnt object was used as bait. Who installed a trap like this? Why? No, before that, what do we do with Hatano? If Nori was here, she's a surgeon. She might know what to do. I mean, she's literally in the other room. I got a Nori here. Kya! Wait, Hatano, what's going on? Well, she got caught in a wire trap. Inori, what should we do? Wire trap? Why is that? I'll look at her vitals first. Kanata-chan, is it okay? Is there a place to treat her? Currently, the nurse's office is locked. What place do we use to treat her wound? That's true, but the amount of bleeding is bigger than expected. I have to do something about it quickly. Be careful, there's still a wire there. Everybody just gets knocked out by the wire one after the other. There's just a pile of bodies. By Inori's judgment, she took Hatano with her. It's okay. Hatano, as an athlete, she must have a strong will. Let's hope. Tis but a scratch. I'm worried about Hatano, but there's not much time left before the class trial. I still haven't figured out much. Curses. What kind of person would do this? It's not enough with killing Tamori, even trying to set a trap on Hatano. Is that wire far away? It was installed by the culprit, but there's a target in the first place. If you do a trap like this, it's a complete indiscriminate attack against an unspecified person. I don't have much time to go through the details. I've only searched the control room, so let's quickly investigate other places. First of all, Hatano got an injury while trying to investigate this area, and what I found is... This looks like a black object. Oh, it looks like a flashlight? It's a flashlight. Another one. The flashlight's burned. There was also a fire inside the control room. So was this flashlight burnt at some point inside the fire? No, wait. If it was a flashlight, then it was already inside the room? 2 flashlights were broken inside. If so, why is this one here? And who used it? I'm wondering if maybe, like, Now, this could be a situation where maybe Kazuno was the one who set up to get somebody, and then the other person got the jump on her and killed her instead. It's tough to say what's going on right now. Maeda-kun, is Ayami-chan okay? What to do? What can I do? Take it easy, Tyra. I know you're worried, but the class trial will start soon. We have to focus on the investigation first. A friend was hurt, but you want to investigate? Is it that easy to work around like that? I'm sorry, Maeda-kun. To be mad at Maeda-kun, it's not the right way to do this. It's okay, I understand. Once you start to calm down, I have something to ask you. Something to ask? Yes, not only you, but also in the dorms. Kinjo, Hatano, and Kurakawa weren't there. Okay, I didn't realize that Akane was one of the people not... Okay, so there's Kinjo, so Tsurugi wasn't there. Hatano, so that's Ayumi, or Yami, and Kurakawa. At the time, even though nighttime was starting, you didn't return to the dorms, right? Oh, that's right. Well, I tried to go back, but I couldn't because of this. Just past 9 o'clock, I was doing some cooking research in the kitchen. Oh, kitchen knife? Cooking? So the reason why the food was already done every day was because of this? Yeah, by the way, it seemed to me there was a lack of a lot of ingredients today. Because I wanted to make different recipes, but I couldn't. I made a mistake while wearing tempura, so all the oil splashed on my clothes. I tried to go to bed soon, but I had to wash the whole thing in the bathroom because the washing machine wasn't working. Oh, the washing machine wasn't working. Maybe somebody threw some stuff in there? Trying to clean their clothes, perhaps? Because, like I said, that was a lot of blood. But she was killed at 9:30, so that's the thing. She was killed right before the announcement. So the person who killed her would not have had time, I would assume, to, like, they'd have to change their clothes really quick. Or maybe they were wearing something, like, to not get the blood on them. I see. By the way, were you alone during that time? Yeah, Ayame-chan seemed to go training because she was there before going to bed. So that's the case. So Ayame was on the second floor. Akane was on the first floor. Yeah, Kazuna-chan, I'm so sorry. Thank you for telling me this. We must find the culprit together. Yeah, let's push on, Maeda. Maeda, do you think Katana will be alright? Not sure. I'm worried. But since she was hurt on the leg, it shouldn't be a problem, I think. Hatano, she got injured while trying to investigate, right? I mean, that would be, I think Katana would probably disagree. The fact she's a runner, if she gets some sort of injury on her leg, that's going to prevent her from running. It's pretty tough. I can't forgive a killer who does this. Let's investigate more for Hatano's sake. Yeah, there's not much time left, so let's hurry. There's a computer here. If only we had internet, we could make a request for help in the current situation, but the power's not even on. I'm really sorry about Tamori. Yeah, right. I hope you'll be able to open your heart to us. Open your hearts? Come to think of it, I heard that before. Oh, Ohara wasn't with us that time. After our reunion, we were able to move Tamori's heart. I don't mean to blaspheme the dead, but I honestly can't believe that point. Ohara too? Makaru said that too. You're a good person down to the roots, although you seem stiff and partial. No, I can feel that to be the case because you've been missionary to the others these days. It was only a week since we met her, but the nature of Tamori was a little guy. What? When I left Kinjo's group, I felt hesitant, but it was a bit unbelievable that I didn't care about my pride enough to return to you all again. Of course, it's just my opinion. If I'd actually thought like that for you guys, I would have forget I said anything. Ohara, I know that's not the case right now, but can't you reconsider? Be with everyone together again? Don't talk about it. I changed my mind once. I don't plan on changing it twice. Don't worry. Rest assured, I'm not trying to blame or ignore you, like Makaru. I intend to exchange as much as possible, so don't be disappointed. Now, let's overcome the crisis right in front of us. Alright, Ohara. Makaru, is the investigation going well? No, I have something to think about. That's the problem. What, do you want to sit down and naturally talk about it? Do you mind? Shut up. Don't speak, idiot. I didn't cooperate with you. Do I have to say it 100 times? It's Makaru's reaction, as usual. But to think Makaru had something to think about. Is there something amiss in this case? It's the end, Mayada. It's the end of me. Why, Atori? I'm sorry. It may be my fault that Tamori Kazuna died. Wait, what does that mean exactly? Please, calm down and tell me. Well, that is, now when I think about it, something suddenly came to my mind. The second day, was it? It must have been the first night after breakfast together. These days, my routine was to check the items at the antique shop before last night. And as soon as I woke up the next day, I went and checked the number of items every day. Our antique store... Well, I guess I joked about how it's like, I feel like Teruya's, his contribution about the antique thing is like going to be pretty limited, but you know what? He's giving us some more information again. But they said the flashlights came from the warehouse this time. Our antique shop's so good. I guess because you're a merchant, you understand it. That's also because when Maki died, wasn't there a lot of stuff used in the crime from the antique store? I was worried that happened again, so I looked at things every day and perfectly memorized the type and locations of each object. Anyway, so I looked at the items on the second evening and went back to the antique store as soon as I got up the next day. I found out some things were missing. What? What things? That's the problem. At the time, all the good are still properly in order before I went to check. I can't think of what's missing at all, but I know something is definitely missing. Atori, there's no doubt the things that disappeared. Yeah, were things that were inside the switchium, the fuse, the lighter, and the flashlight. They all disappeared back then. So that would mean the killer prepared the tools very early in this case. Well, I'm not so sure about that, but I'm certain the time the tools were missing was at late nighttime. Late nighttime? But at that point, only Makaru, Tomoro, and Ohara weren't with us. Who was wandering around late at night, right? Then the culprit is among those three? No, it's not going to be that simple. Then it can't be Tamori. She's already dead. Right, then that only leaves Makaru and Ohara as one of them. No doubt. My memory of things is clear as crystal. It's still too early to conclude, but it seems to have been a good reference. Thank you, Atori. By the way, can I ask you one question? Is the wire that hurt Hatano from the antique shop? Hatano got hurt? What do you mean? Oh, you didn't know? Just before the switchium turned off, the killer installed a wire trap. Hatano got caught there and she injured her leg. Huh? Wire trap? Why is that? What is the reason why Inori and Hatano just went out together? Yeah, I think the killer is more cunning than I thought. I haven't seen it, but maybe the wire did not come from the antique shop. What disappeared then? I thought they said that was from the warehouse, the flashlights. What disappeared then was the fuse, the lighter, and the flashlight. There were wires, but those were not gone, so probably not. So did somebody set up the wire trap? Like, when did they set that up? Was that set up from the beginning, and then they just set off the fire, like the flashlight to start burning to attract somebody? I don't know, it's just such a weird setup. Like, why would they do that? Is that true? Okay, thank you for the clue anyway. Did I help you? You're welcome. Let's do our best to catch the culprit, Maeda. That's right, otherwise we will die. Ah! Maeda, what happened earlier? I saw Nori with Hatano leaving the power room. Well, that is... I explained to Kinjo what just happened. What? Wire trap? I still don't know why the killer installed such a thing. Was it not targeting only Tomori? If you're still aiming at someone like Atano, was it just to add more evidence to the crime? No, probably not. What do you mean? Looking at the case, that wire trap feels a little out of place. Out of place? I'll tell you more about it on the class trial. I have to do some research here now. Having said that, Kinjo looked ahead again, what Kinjo was investigating. Is this pieces of broken glass from the switchium window? Yeah, this is also strange. Strange? The shape of the broken glass, temperature, the direction of the fragments flew off. I see. Can I take a look too? You can. Be careful not to damage the scene. The fragments were broken into pieces and splashed on the floor. Inside, I felt the darkness of that room little by little. Also, the shards were quite hot because of the fire. How did this happen while we were resting? In the first place, I don't even know what the time the situation even happened. Was it the fire that maybe blew, like maybe not somebody jumping through the glass because you think that they'd get cut or something. Maybe it was just the fire that exploded the window. Come to think of it, Kinjo, why weren't you at the dormitory at that time? You said to follow that rule, didn't you? Come to think of it, Maeda, you weren't back then. Or you weren't here back then. There were only 6 of us. It was Taira, Hatano, Kurokawa, Uhara, Makaru, and myself. What happened here exactly with this fire? Why did the power room become like this? Yeah, I'll tell you. At the class trial, I have to explain the situation to everyone once again. First of all, the reason I wasn't in the dorms at the time, if the others asked, it's because I discovered something. What? It was around 9 p.m. As I was about to go back to the dormitory after completing my investigation, I heard Hatano scream. Hearing that there was a fire in the power room, I hurriedly headed to the 2nd floor of the school, where I met Makaru, Uhara, and Hatano. The situation at the time was that the smoke from the switch was leaking into the hallway, and we hurriedly went in to extinguish the fire with the fire extinguishers in the hallway. At the switchium entrance, in other words, I went to the corner of the power room and turned off the lights, but suddenly I heard an explosion sound from the other side. That was the broken glass. When you heard that sound, were you all 4 together? Yeah, me, Hatano, Makaru, and Hara were at the switchium entrance. We had a lot of smoke, but we were close enough to confirm each other's positions. Alright, I see. The only thing I can think of is the killer was inside the switchium, broke the window, and ran away. Have you seen any other person besides those 3? As I mentioned earlier, it was smoky, but I didn't see anyone else. At that point, Taira and Kurokawa were together. I don't like cutting it here like this, but I'll tell you soon. Anyway, I turned the switch to extinguish the fire at the entrance, and when Hatano, Makaru, and me went inside, Tomori was dead. At that point, the body discovery announcement came out. Okay, so they were the ones who discovered it. And after listening to the broadcast, Taira and Kurokawa came to the power room first. I don't know if you came after them, right? That's right. Then what about Uhara? You all went in together, but Uhara did not check the body? Uhara heard me when I told him to check the back broken window and went to the other side. But there were no clues other than what we already saw here. After listening to the broadcast, Taira and Kurokawa came. After that, the rest, including me in the dormitory, came, correct? Yes, it seems the overall development of this case is roughly in this manner. But something is questionable. To be honest, it's suspicious that there were 2 people out when the situation happened. Maeda, now that that's not much time left instead of being with me, can you check on Taira and Kurokawa? I want to confirm if they stayed together before the body announcement. Can you find out about it? Are you suspicious of them? Well, it's true they don't have an alibi, but then please do. I need to investigate the window more. Oh, Kinjo, on second thought, can I ask you one more thing? I just heard the whole situation from you, but I still don't get what's weird about the glass shards from the window. To put it simply, it's neatly broken. Besides, the structure of the window is strange. Look, even the glass is broken, and a body can pass through. The lights in the power room hardly reach inside the switchium, right? No matter what principle the room was made of, if it was marked and sealed at this level when the fire broke out, the outside of the power room would have not have spread the flames more than what was expected. And this was the sense of incongruity you mentioned. Maeda, there is no time. I can't explain in detail here. I'll tell you at the class trial. First of all, check out the alibi of those two people I mentioned earlier. Okay. I heard Kinjo's explanation, but I didn't notice anything strange that stood out. Is there something that can only be seen by him as the ultimate police officer? Maybe it's the same thing that, like, Ray was talking about, where she's like, something's weird. I had to investigate something. Anyways, I'll know when it comes to the trial. The investigation comes first. No? I didn't even get a chance. I thought I was going to be talking to the two people about their alibis, but I guess not. The headmaster of the school, Monokuma, wants to inform you the fun is pouring out at this hour. It's already close to midnight, so let's hurry up and finish this. All of you, please gather at the door with the red carpet on the first floor of the school building. The class trial will begin. Oh, I hope this gets really fun. Maybe I'll enjoy it? Poo-hoo-hoo. Finally, it's time. Damn it, I haven't even investigated properly yet. I've only checked the power room and the switchium. There's also the situation with Hatano, and the timing was too late. Well, if I hang out here, Monokuma will kill me, because this isn't a joke. Let's go. Somehow, even with the information we've collected so far, we have to find out the culprit. It's not just me. If I put everyone's heads together, I could definitely get through this like last time. Oh, Maeda. Hatano, are you okay? I applied first aid. As a substitute for a bandage, it stopped all the bleeding, but Hatano, the time is already running out. We have to go to the trial. That's all we can do. I heard it too. When I received the first aid from Inori and returned to help more with the investigation, it just showed up. We can't help it now. No, don't overdo it. Rather, is the leg okay? I don't know why I'm suspecting her. I don't know. The fact she ran through that, maybe it was like a distraction. Maybe she meant for that to happen? I don't know. That whole thing was weird. Maeda, Hatano's leg, well, oh no. Is she not going to be able to run anymore? What is it? The truth is, my left thigh tendon has been cut. I can't even walk. The damage might be permanent, or not. Only time will tell. Now I'm not so sure. I was like, that seems like a big thing to do. She wouldn't give up. She wouldn't risk, like, not being able to run again for some sort of ulterior reason. What? It was unfortunate the tendon got cut so much. I don't know what would happen if I had surgery right now. Also, I don't know if there's room on this school to do this risk. Wait a minute. What is that? You can't walk, let alone run? Actually, the lower part of the thigh. I can't feel it. Without Inori's support, I couldn't have made it here. This is so outrageous. It's nonsense. Hatano, you're a track field athlete. Is that okay to lose one's talent in vain? I'm sorry. If only I were a doctor who could fix it at once. Stop. This isn't Inori's fault. However, Maeda, we shouldn't be arguing here right now. Isn't the class trial about to start? But Hatano, in the future, even if my legs were intact, if you fail the class trial, you'll all be killed. This is fine. I can worry about my legs later. So let's go now. It's enough if Inori supports me. I'll do it. I tried to be calm, but Hatano's body gradually was trembling. You would be the most desperate yourself. Even if an ordinary person can't walk anymore, it's a shock. Nevertheless, I have to try and overcome the class trial for everyone, with only a strong mentality. I got it. You're right. When you die, it's all over. Let's go to the trial. Everyone's there. Yeah. Coming back in here. I remember when Kyoko-chan died. Oh, I was kind of hoping this would not happen again. Hatano, is your leg okay? Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, no problem at all. Inori gave me first aid. I'll get better soon. For the time being, Inori will support my footing, so that's all. Hatano? Is that so? I'm really glad. We can go to trial with confidence. The trial, class trial. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to stand in this trial with confidence. Whoa, I was wondering when that was going to come out. I see. By the way, Kurokawa is... Where is she? Huh? I can't see Kurokawa in the room. Mikako-chan? I haven't been able to see her during the investigation. Where did she go? Now, wait a minute. If they disappeared at this hour, could it be Kurokawa is the culprit? What did you say? Kurokawa is the killer. No, that's a hasty judgment. Maybe something went wrong? Hiya, you're all here. Pooh-hoo-hoo. This time, I'm kind to you. I came out in the entrance. Face to face. You done releasing the bowels, right? Then, are we going down underground like last time? I'm sad no one pays attention to respond to me. What are you saying? We're missing one. Where did Mikako Kurokawa go? Huh? Weren't you all together? Oh, it's true. Is that girl nowhere to be found? Unbelievable. Does she want to dip the class trial? Wait up. I'll bring her now. Don't tell me she's gonna be dead, too. What's this girl being late for? She could die if she's late. Hatano, who was injured, also came here. She may lack legs, but she doesn't lack guts. I'll have to give that woman a training regiment. Well, I mean, Kurokawa, it's not really the culprit, right? What do you mean, Kabushikawa? Kurokawa's not that kind of person. Not that kind of person? Did you guys not see Mitsuhiro Higa as the guy who started the killing at the beginning? That was... Or are you gonna claim he's an innocent person? I mean... Something's odd. Didn't you guys used to tackle my words all the time? Tamori Kazuna did that often, but that bitch died. Wow, hey maid, for some reason, you're being awfully quiet. I thought you would be the first to put on a rebel attitude. Me? Sorry, I didn't hear. Akane, why are you being so weird? I'd like Akane. Oh, I hope she's not the culprit. Tyra, you okay? Come to think of it, you seem less energetic than usual. No, I don't think so. The fact that, like, Tsurugi said she seems suspicious, the fact she's acting weird, I'm like, nah, I don't think so. Can you tell? I just have something to think about. You idiot, the class trial will begin soon. Of course no one has the energy for this. Idiot? Why, of course I'm an idiot. But it's weird. As a suggestion that Kurokawa disappeared, she could be considered the main suspect. It's worth putting this into our topics for later. Even Kinjo thinks that. I can't confirm it yet, but some of my suspicious figures were selected during the investigation. Kurokawa is one of them. Why Kurokawa? Let's talk about that in the class trial. Discussing it here will only get things agitated. Well, yes, but Kurokawa still needs to be here for the class trial. Oh, she's here. Everyone waited long enough. I brought the latecomer. Mikako-chan. Hurry in. It's the first time, so I'll be flexible in this particular case, but next time, I'll punish you with no questions asked. Well, now, all 12 of you finally got together. Like last time, I'll be going down first, so take the elevator to proceed. Kurokawa, what happened? I haven't seen you since the investigation. What have you been up to? I don't think you came from investigating, were you? Hey, I don't think she plans on opening her mouth anytime soon. Why don't we leave the bitch alone and go down already? It doesn't matter if you want her to speak here. Kurokawa. Trial. After it's over, I'll tell you. Oh. This is suspicious. Very suspicious. Headaches, headaches. Alright then, if you are the culprit, you won't be able to survive when the class trial is done. And, I mean, if she is the culprit, then... And she gets, found, like, she managed to make it through. She won't be talking to them either. It can't be. It's not her. Kurokawa, was there a reason you were late? Now, everyone, I know you don't like doing a class trial. I wanted to stop the situation somehow, but it happened. It's really futile at this point. What will happen next? First, let's pass the trial and talk. Now, only thing about surviving the trial and clearing your minds and eyes from any misconceptions. Kinjo's right. I couldn't afford to think differently right now. All we must do is survive. We are again at the crossroads of life and death. Yes, let's clear our minds and face this. Surely we can make it. We can figure out the culprit. I'm not alone. Everyone's here. I hate to doubt someone again and turn them into a killer, but I have to. Again, I have no choice but to do this class trial. Oh, right. I guess I should probably move, huh? Satsuki investigated very seriously. Honestly, I found nothing. Sorry. Is there really a culprit within us? The culprit who killed Tamori? If you do what you think is correct for everyone, you'll be able to find the killer. Hey, sorry, I keep getting lost. I can't do this. There's something very bustling about this case. Whatever that means. I just need to tell everyone my leg is fine for now. It would increase confusion if we tell them the truth. I don't think it's the right time. I'm worried. Something doesn't look right for everybody. How long are you going to stay put here? Let's hurry. Coming here twice? I feel like I'm going to be sick to my stomach. Again, another hellish trial begins. All of us are the accused. I'm not going to back out at all. Well, let's go. Let's reveal the corrupted seed that committed murder again. It's really painful, but I have to do it. Cheer up, everyone. I'll open the elevator door. The elevator goes down underground with a rattling sound. It was the second time I felt it, but my heart didn't calm down again. There's no guarantee the culprit will be revealed safely this time. I have to do my best, but I'm a little nervous this time. I could only investigate the power room and the switchium, and I don't even know who the culprit was. Can we properly guess in this state? Kurokawa? Yes? Kurokawa talked in a very small voice in the elevator to me. Her voice was in whispering, so without realizing, I answered in whispers too. It seems the others didn't hear because of the elevator's noise. Kitchen. I've been to. Knife. One was missing. Really? It seems Kurokawa went to investigate after all. In fact, the one kitchen knife disappeared means the murder weapon on Tamori's neck was brought from the kitchen. Akane was there, right? And... yeah? Never mind. Kurokawa seemed to have something to say. Kurokawa's a unique girl, even though the number of words seems to be few. When I really need it, she talks more than I thought. But thanks to that information Kurokawa gave me, the source is becoming more clear. It'd be helpful for the trial, even a little. I'll take note of it. Maybe Kurokawa was hesitant to tell me that because she knows that, like, me and Akane are getting pretty close, so maybe she, like, doesn't want to say Akane is suspicious, but... I mean, Akane was confirmed to be in the kitchen, and she's the only one confirmed to be in the kitchen. For a long time, the elevator carried us down to the basement. With a huge shake, the elevator arrived at the class court. Alright, let's go. You're all here. Great. Let's start a late-night class trial. The room looks different than last time. Of course, if you always do the same thing in the same interior, all the tension dies, right? Change, it's a law we all need. It's a repulsive room. It's you, wait, it's you're noisy and starting to fall asleep, so why not go to your own seat? Everyone seems to be prepared. I feel a very different atmosphere since last time. Is this because you went through a trial once, or is it because your trust is falling apart? Shut up and start, you damn stuffed toy. Hey, it's not a stuffed toy, it's Monokuma. Ugh, I'm not upset. Whatever. Even if you rush me, I was gonna start anyways. We should finish quickly, and everyone go back to sleepy time, yeah? Pooh-hoo-hoo. That is, if not an eternal sleep for the majority. Okay, let's start. Again, the tension starts flowing as soon as we stand in each bench. It's like making a wall to make each other suspicious. When I stood here, I realized once more that it begins again. Tamori, a girl who was a classmate. She was looking for affection recklessly, but at the end, she opened her real self to us, and it wasn't. It wasn't bad at the beginning, no matter what anyone thought in the process. The killer who murdered her. And not enough with killing Tamori, the culprit who committed an unforgivable crime that made Hatano lose her leg. Well, not lose her leg, maybe loss of her leg with a trap aimed at random. The trial to uncover the killer begins now. The trial that risked her life. A lie that took her life. Betrayal at the risk of everyone's lives. Giving an excuse to survive. An excuse to kill. A fake trust in our classmates. A life-threatening debate. A life-threatening excuse. A life-threatening trust. A life-threatening class trial. All right, so that's where we're going to leave things for today. Sorry, it's a little bit of a shorter episode, but we're going to make up for it in the next episode because, especially considering that I can't save whenever I want to, that means I'm just going to have to like barrel through until we at least get to one of the checkpoints. And I don't know how that's going to be because I remember the first one, it was like towards the end of the class trial that I actually got to, do like the intermission. So it's probably going to be a longer episode next week. And I'm very excited because this one's got me stumped. I don't even know what to make of it. I'm just as confused as everybody else here. It did feel like we barely investigated anything at all. So I'm sure a lot of stuff's going to come out in the next episode. Interesting about Akane acting weird, Makako acting weird. Tsurugi has his people that he has doubts about. The whole thing with Ayame and the leg, like what's going on with that? That was just kind of out of left field too. So a lot will be unveiled, I'm sure, in the next episode. I'm super excited to get to our second class trial. So I hope you guys enjoy this episode and stay tuned for the class trial next week. Until then, bye. Special shoutouts to my top tier patrons: Revealing Storm, Asborn Kennedy, Harry Gazif, iCognito, Jared Fan, Poxy, Joel Oostman, and Zoran Ether.